Good morning, this is Mission Control Houston. Welcome, and thank you for joining us for today's edition of ISS Update this Wednesday, May 16. Aboard the orbiting complex, Station Commander Oleg Kononenko and flight engineers Andrei Kuipers and Don Pettit, who are now in the middle of their 21st week in space, will soon welcome 3 new crew members aboard their orbital home. Russian cosmonauts Gennady Padalka, Sergei Revin, and NASA astronaut Joe Akaba aboard their Soyuz 04M spacecraft are closing in on the space station after their successful launch from the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan late Monday night. Their Soyuz spacecraft is set to dock to the Poisk module of the space station tonight at 11:38 p.m. Central Time. While anticipating their 3 new crew members, the Expedition 31 crew, with a shorter workday today, continue to tend to science experiments that take advantage of their microgravity environment, perform some regular maintenance to their orbital home, and prepare for the arrival of their crewmates. Live coverage of the docking tonight will begin at 11 p.m. Central Time, midnight Eastern Time, here on NASA television. The station crew members began their day with a 1 a.m. wake-up, kicking off docking day with the first of 2 daily planning conferences a couple hours after their wake-up. These planning conferences are held with ground controllers at mission control centers around the world to review the day's activities and plan for the next set of tasks. The big task of today, of course, is tonight's docking with the Soyuz. Earlier this morning, after some work preparation, Commander Kononenko had performed an hour of his daily exercise using the onboard treadmill. He then participated in a hatch opening TV coverage procedure review that will allow live coverage of tomorrow's early morning hatch opening. Kononenko had later gathered physical exercise tools for the 3 new crew members set to arrive tonight. After a morning inspection, flight engineer Andrei Kuipers and Don Pettit collected and logged data for an ongoing energy study that evaluates energy balance of a long-duration spaceflight crew member and an ongoing journal study. The pair then reviewed together the docking data for yet another upcoming station docking with the SpaceX Dragon. This is the first commercial spacecraft to launch to the space station. It is set to launch this Saturday on May 19 at 3:55 a.m. Central Time. After an hour for lunch, Pettit participated in a regular private medical conference, then joined Kuipers in additional cargo transfers from the European Space Agency's docked automated transfer vehicle, also known as the Eduardo Amaldi, that arrived at the station on March 28. And before winding down to begin their pre-sleep, Kuipers and Pettit spent some time to talk with the European Space Agency's YouTube Space Lab participants from Spain and Egypt.
It's perpendicular to the length, and that changes the dynamics. It's no longer a pendulum with a pendulum equation. It's now a simple harmonic oscillator.
The expedition crew is now settling down in their pre-sleep period for an early bedtime aboard the space station at noon today, as they rest for a wake-up later tonight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. This is Mission Control Houston.